Hello, I am Purple Rain, coach of the Damascus Driftblooms in this VGC draft league. Um, and I am making a video on my exhibition match. This will probably be the only video for this draft league that I make because the rest I believe will be played on carts, and I don't have a capture card. So this exhibition match, because my opponent and I wanted to, it's being played on Showdown, which makes it easy for me to record. But I just thought I'd go over my thought process and what I did for trying to make my team against my opponent. So as you can see, my opponent's team is interesting. It has Iron Bundle as the big obvious threat, Garchomp as another huge threat, and King Gambit. So my opponent's team traditionally will outspeed pretty much anything. But I have Lycanroc, and Lycanroc is really good with Sandrush, obviously, and I have Hippowdon. So I can make my Lycanroc outspeed Iron Bundle, and it has super effective moves into Iron Bundle, like Rock Slide, like Accelerock. Close Combat is an option. So I have the fast mode going for me. I also, if my opponent wants to go into a Trick Room mode, I don't think the Trick Room is particularly strong, or even particularly strong against me. With like something like King Gambit being their best Pokemon, Slowking's also good into me for sure, especially because I'm so specially offensive. But I'm not too scared of their Trick Room, and I have ways of dealing with it. So that's the first and most important. Those are the most important things about the matchup. Also, my team is the one on the left. Chi-Yu, Indeedee Female, Glamora, Rotom Wash, Hippowdon, Lycanroc, Florges, Driftblim, Appleton, Krogunk, I think is its name, Indeedee, and the Steelbug Fortress. I really like my team, honestly. I think it's extremely good. Very happy with my draft. And I like how it has a strong offensive identity and defensive identity with the Sand Chip and Glamora stuff, with Screen's potential and also just being very bulky, and then also like super fast mode with Lycanroc and Driftblim setting up quick tailwinds to help all my mid-speed mons. Basically, I just think this team is really fantastic. I'm quite happy with it. But yeah, so this is the team I made for the match. Glamora, Terra Flying, because I anticipate Earthquakes from me and my opponent with Garchomp. And Assault Vest because I think a bulky set here works. I wanted to try out bulky Glamora. I'm not used to using bulky Glamora, and so figured preseason would be a good time to try it out. Hippowdon, it has Aguav Berry because Citrus is somewhere else, and I'm fine with Aguav being on Hippowdon. Earthquake, Ice Fang is for Earthquake is just a strong move. Ice Fang is good against Garchomp. Yawn is a useful move, and Slack Off healing is always good. Especially defensive. There's some calc for it. All of these had specific calcs. It's been a while since I made the team, so I kind of forgot them. A lot of what these calcs were for. But everything is calced for something except for Lycanroc. Lycanroc's speed is just made to outspeed Max Speed Booster Energy Iron Bundle while in Sand. And so it has Accelerock, Rock Slide, Close Combat. Just really good ways of dealing with it, of dealing a lot of damage, and also Rock Slide gives me outs and has flinches. Rotom Wash is fantastic here. Electric is strong into Slowking, which I otherwise have trouble dealing with. Strong into Bundle, which is good. It's an answer for Staraptor, and also it gives me an answer into a Pokemon I think is pretty likely to come in Rotom Heat. Water isn't great into my opponent, but it is good for specifically Rotom Heat. Chiyu, I figured I'd just have some fun with it. Terra Flying for a similar reason as Glamora. Will-O-Wisp, Dark Pulse, Overheat with Eject Pack. Overheat with Eject Pack is really cool. It outspeeds Rotom Heat, I believe. Max speed Rotom Heat. And then, because I have Will-O-Wisp on Rotom, Will-O-Wisp on Chi-Yu, Mortal Spin on Glamora, Yawn on Hippowdon, because I have all these status moves, I figured Hex would just be a good move to have. It's not like particularly good in the matchup or anything. Like only a couple Pokemon are weak to it, but like I guess it is good to have something to hit Slowking. It's not that Rotom already does, but it's good to have something to hit Slowking, something to hit Mismagius. Meditite's not a real Pokemon, at least to me. I don't think. And then Appleton is a good end game staller outer thing with just Leech Seed, Iron Defense, because my opponent is super physically offensive and doesn't really have a ton of good special answers, with the exception of Iron Bundle. And I guess Rotom Heat, but Iron Bundle being the main threat. And Thick Fat helps against the Iron Bundle. So it's physically defensive, but with Thick Fat. Terra Rock to help get a special boost if in the sand. I think it's more cute than good, but if there's a time to be cute, it's in preseason. And Leftovers, and because I have Leftovers, I don't want any. Thick Fat's just the best ability. And also I mentioned why it's good. Applasted is just a good move to have. It's a good move. Especially when I have so many special attackers. So that's my my first crack at making a team for this, and I will see you when I go into the match. Okay, I think my opponent will be posting live links, so there's that. But this is the matchup. It's about what I expected. Iron Bundle is here, which of course it is. So I think that means I want to start with Lycanroc. Lycanroc Hippowdon is honestly like a fine opener. I obviously have to worry about Staraptor being Scarf. Glamora in the back is nice too. And then I think Appleton gives a lot of value here. Obviously Rotom does as well. With Hex and Willow, with so many physical attackers for Will-O-Wisp, and Hex is good into. Rotom's so good here. Lycanroc, Hippowdon. Maybe it's. I do like Appleton. I don't love Chi-Yu here because there's so many threats into it. Like Garchomp is a huge threat into it. Staraptor's a huge threat into it. Iron Bundle's a huge threat into it. So I like Glamora, Lycanroc, Hippowdon, Rotom, Appleton. I think I'm going to start with the Appleton in the back, although Serena does make me a little concerned about it. I don't believe that Appleton would beat Serena. I'll go Rotom in the back. Okay, Intimidate makes sense. So I'm just going to go with the Rock Slide Ice Fang. This is fine. Rock Slide Miss kind of sucks. Stomping Tantrum, whatever. Oh, the Ice Fang miss. I have a feeling it's Sand Veil then, likely. A Rotom switch in is nice for Lycanroc, but I can protect to see what it wants to do. And it should be a grass move into Hippowdon, which is honestly fine. I can Terra Ice Fang. But do I need to Terra? I don't know if there'll even be a better Terra this game. So I'm not sure I mind it. Ice Fang into Garchomp. Rock Slide miss is huge. Drop Kick's about what I expected, but another miss sucks. I think I'm going to go into Rotom and then just Ice Fang Rotom and then Glamora or Slack Off. Because I do want to reset. I think it's Slack Off at this point, and because I was super effective, and then drop. Oh my god, the read. I mean, I don't believe that was actually a read, but Will-O-Wisp into Serena, and then switch into a Lycanroc. I'm sacking the Lycanroc, basically. Okay, that's good. Now I bring back in Hippowdon, Ice Fang, Garchomp, and Rock Slide. Gives me a flinch chance. Hippowdon strong again. Dropkick's actually very interesting. This is fine. Rock Slide should do quite a lot, and then Ice Fang should... Oh, it doesn't finish it off. But I can still Ice Fang Serena, Accelerock Staraptor. Yeah, and then Glamora's out. I probably should have reset for Sand, but kind of whatever. So this is AV, so Ice Fang. Sludge Bomb, Power Gem, Sludge Bomb. Oh. That does nothing. Okay. Yawn into Garchomp. Earth Power into Kingambit. Maybe? Yeah, I just die. Yep. Stomping Tantrum makes sense. Iron Head, sure. GG's. GG. So what went wrong? I think leading Hippowdon Lycanroc was really bad. Clearly Garchomp is strong. I think Rotom is good here. I think Appleton is good here. So what did Tailwind and Protect is the only moves I know from Staraptor. I'm guessing... So it's not Scarf, but it does have Tailwind. It has Intimidate. Rotom Glamora is interesting here. Chiu's just bad, I think. Appleton's just good. So I know I want to lead the Rotom. I don't know if I want to lead Appleton. But I know I want Actually, I think I want Appleton in the back. I just don't have anything good into Garchomp. Maybe it's Rotom, Lycanroc, Appleton, Hippowdon in the back. Yeah, I think I like that, actually. Okay. I actually like just straight up Discharge Protect here. That's really good. I know switching in Hippowdon and Discharge Protect's really good here. Switching in Hippowdon and then Rock Sliding is an option too. It's strong against both of the Mons. Maybe even better because of Freeze Dry potential on Rotom. But I think I just want to protect Discharge. It lives. Hopefully not a double into it. Tailwind. Now if I switch Hippowdon in and Rock Slide, I think that that's fine for me. It'll double the speed. It'll still be slower than both probably, but because of the sash, it's pretty nice. Oh, but it gets get a crazy read. Because the miss on Garchomp, Earthquake. It can Earthquake Protect, and that's fine. Protect stops anything into this. Shouldn't have a ton of good answers into Hippowdon. Earthquake's good into Kingambit. Stomping Tantrum. Oh my god, the double up though is not what I expected. So what was it? It was Stomping Tantrum, Kowtow Cleave. If I switch into Rotom, and then Close Combat the Kingambit. Okay, well, or the Staraptor. I've now gotten rid of Staraptor. The cool thing about Sand is it will always kill the Iron Bundle, so as long as I have Hippowdon alive, I have an out there. I think Appleton probably beats one of these. I think if I Will-O-Wisp the Garchomp and Close Combat the Kingambit, well, because, yeah, Will-O-Wisp, Garchomp, Close Combat the Kingambit is a really good. Yep, Close Combat kills Kingambit. Rock Slide does not KO Rotom, so as long as I get the Willow off, I'm in real. Oh, Lum. Okay. Interesting. Now I bring in the Hippowdon, because Iron Bundle always dies to Sandstorm here, I think. Discharge. Ice Fang into Garchomp. Discharge. Earthquake. I just Disquake combo here. Oh no, because it was the last turn. Okay. I think I still just Disquake. Well, no, I protect. Because now Hippowdon's gonna die. Well, if I discharge, Terra Rock's really bad here because it just dies to that. So, okay, I need to think. If I protect, what happens? If I just double attack, what happens? Iron Bundle probably KOs Hippowdon. Garchomp probably KOs Rotom. I want 2 threats out next turn. And to make them guess. So I think I want to protect. And I want to... There's a question of do I Terra Ice Fang? Or Yawn or something. Protect EQ I think is fine. Freeze Dry. Can Garchomp kill? It cannot, so this, I think, secures me the game. Now I Will-O-Wisp EQ. And then EQ just KOs. Okay. GG. Okay. So, now game 3. What happened in that game? Rotom was useful, and I got... So what do I know now? Lumberry, Garchomp. King Gambit didn't have a good... So I do like the Rotom Lycanroc lead. I like Appleton in the back, and I like Hippowdon in the back. I think this just is the set that I go with. What would I expect from my opponent? I actually think that Serena's pretty good here, although because they don't know I have the Appleton, Serena looked pretty good. Garchomp is clearly really good into me. Iron Bundle maybe is the thing they get rid of for Serena. Maybe it's a Slowking Bring. But yeah, I think I'm just going to keep the same Mons. So there's always... So Discharge and Protect is no longer as good. Because... So there's the question of, do I Willow into Garchomp to get rid of its Lum now? I don't think so. I think I just Discharge. It'll get a Tailwind off. And if it gets a Tailwind off... I don't know what I do. Not being able to Willow Garchomp is really annoying. Lumberry was a good bring. I think I always protect Lycanroc here. So I Discharge and Protect, I think. Okay. Nothing happens. I think I do it again. Discharge, Protect. Oh, I can't Protect, obviously. So Hippowdon, switching in Hippowdon and then Rock Sliding is pretty good. Although it's definitely Sand Veil, so I'm probably not hitting anything. So maybe it is Discharge, it's Willow, switch in Appleton. I think I can Willow again, and then just Iron Defense. Ugh. Trop Kick is fine. Protect Leech Seed into Staraptor. Is a pretty good... Okay. Now I can Willow Staraptor in case of a switch, and Iron Defense again. Switch in the Lycanroc, Accelerock Staraptor, Iron Defense again, I think? The only problem is I don't have Body Press. So I don't have a great way of dealing with stuff. I should have not brought Hippowdon, honestly, and brought uh Accelerate. It's now Protect, Apple Acid, uh Staraptor, I think. Or maybe it's Apple Acid Protect, Apple Acid Serena. Um, although Serena's not doing anything, so maybe it is just Apple Acid Staraptor. Maybe it'll switch into Garchomp or something. That'll be nice. Uh, so really the question is, yeah, okay. Do you have the Slowking or the Iron Bundle is the biggest question. Doesn't look like it. Uh, Accelerock into Staraptor, Apple Acid into Garchomp. Oh, Queenly Majesty, of course. Uh, now I yawn into uh, Staraptor because I think Garchomp is switching in, and I can yawn. Well, how about this? Yawn Serena, Apple Acid Staraptor. Now I yawn Staraptor, Leech Seed into the Serena, so if it switches out, I have a Leech Seed up. And yeah, I think I like that. No switch. Trop Kick is fine. I now slack off and recover. This is quite a game. I still think I'm in pretty bad position here. Oh, but uh, now that I know it's King Gambit, it's actually kind of a good position because they have no special attackers, and I have Appleton. Um, I think I can just yawn and Apple Acid and Leech Seed the King Gambit. Like, there's no reason for me not to. I think I just win this end game eventually. Uh, maybe it's Ice Fang Serena, Apple Acid King Gambit, just so I start getting special defense drops. In case I get a Garchomp switch in or something on Serena. Oh, well, this is really good now. Ice Fang into. It doesn't do anything. Oh, it has Rocky Helmet. Okay. Terra Blast, but I get the Apple Acid off. Now I can slack off. Oh, but it did get a boost. Slack off and Apple Acid. Kowtow Cleave does nothing. Still have my Hippowdon out. Oh, but now it's +3. I really thought that would kill. Uh, Sucker is concerning, but honestly, just a slack off and Apple Acid into King Gambit's fine. You have to have a way. Earthquake, Rock Slide. Do I know what else Garchomp has? Stomping, Tantrum, and Protect. So it has no good way of hitting Appleton. So I just yawn the Garchomp. I yawn the Serena because it might get a crit on U-turn or something, and then I recover. And now I slack off and I Leech Seed Garchomp. Okay, Rock Slide missed. Drop Kick KOs, but it's now Leech Seeded. I just Apple Acid. So now I just have to Apple Acid the Serena in case of like weird PP stalls and stuff. The Leech Seed will always kill Garchomp. I don't always have a way of killing Serena. Apple Acid Serena. GG's. Okay, so that's the match. Appleton ended up being crazy because they didn't bring any of the special attackers. So it was a good call by me, but I made some mistakes, some pretty big ones, especially bringing Hippowdon in that last game. It ended up being useful in the end game, but I don't think it should have been. I think it should have been Glamora. I think it would have been better. But maybe it wouldn't have been, actually. Maybe it would have just gotten one-shot by Garchomp. It ended up actually providing quite a lot with all the yawns and stuff. Either way, I'm happy with the game overall, the games. So good games, good games. Good games to my opponent. I'm happy with this exhibition. Let's see how I do in the season now. Okay, thank you for watching.